human. Had to learn to conquer the gears. It's the kick drum, yeah, it's attached to the snare. I turn it to the back, then I crack your veneers. Stagnated on the block for where? I'm in the mansion upstate, out back with the D's. Everybody back up, man down, back up. Don't play with me. I do you something dirty. You talk to me crazy. I do you something dirty. How I feel lately. I do you something dirty. I wake up the neighbors coming through bright and early. Whoa. Let's go. Ties and dope bars. Life is a movie and death is the co-star. Mechanics of the game. Bandits trail foreigns in the lane. If they heard that the driver is gang off, we be in the part of the party that gets roped off. Mingle with the book of the judge and both for questions that we asking ourselves, having a thought. Spending money that's unaccounted for. If you scared to party with gangsters, what you around us for? We do what we want, man. We get around a little. Yeah, it's bubble whips and square links. LOS give respect, cause fear stinks. Chair at the table, it's the commission, a rare thing. B, come on, it's us, you hear kings. We still smell money and hear Frank. Raps like a dice game, we about to clear bank. Everybody back up.
Good evening from Toronto. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Grizzlies have long departed Vancouver. The Raptors are Canada's team. And right now, one of the most consistent in the NBA.
And this team has a whole country behind them, Ed, just not a city.
The Phoenix Suns begin the... Jay, what do you make of the pressure on this franchise? A whole country is watching.
Pressure makes diamonds, my friend. So if you're Ujiri, you're throwing everything at the wall and you're seeing what sticks. Because the goal is to win now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now.
Thomas into the front court. Down 3.
Right.
Booker to Thomas. Count the bucket for 2.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
I got him. Here we go.
Fred VanVleet. Deep left corner. To VanVleet. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Can't connect from in close. Into the front court. It's Booker. Leads 1. To Thomas. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Knocked away. Was it coming down? Yes, it was. Goaltending. Thomas across the timeline. They trail by 1. And he finishes at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Oh, blocked away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Booker with it. Down by 1. Look out. Devin Booker. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
In a flash. Scores at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Into the front court. It's Booker. It's a 1-point game. 13-12. Here comes the screen. Porter to Thomas. Slam dunk. DeAndre Ayton.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Oh, that's out.
We got London on the track.
Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pocket the new hope. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk. And get back, yours again. Back to back in them Ferraris, we stay horse playing. Run up on us in them, gon' heck. Harvard student doing my taxes, I got friends. I put rings on them hundreds, I'm married. You see my money and ice everywhere on them. And we each other cause we don't cherish them. But we don't leak out that info, we can't embarrass them. Can't leave the country, but I got my beef from London. These talk but see me out and ain't on nothing. I'm in the stew, I need to go get the. You got 20s, I got hundreds. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pocket the new hope. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. It's real as Buzz Lightyear. They don't check none of the artists, so I'm problem when you see me get it 8212 was bracket. I might be in that Escalade, but I ain't lacking. Put that on you, act like I don't know what happened. I hear the story, be like, that was trash. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pocket the new hope. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk.
I'm still under 21, so I can't. But them with my name and they can't wait. Crib came with a court and some legal officials. Cake around my neck, VS1 the crystals. Extended magazines, shuffle limousines. Before I got a ding. $65,000 on jeans. Ball like stuff for lotion, skirt to touch the roaster. All about the guap like a stockbroker. Brother with me. Was mad older, had to keep it like the OG Yoda.
Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pocket the new hope. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. Tonight, it's the Denver Nuggets taking on the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks control the tap. And Millsap there to get the rebound. Murray with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. That's a momentum play right there. To Will Barton from long range. Off the iron. No good. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Jay, 46 wins, not good enough for Denver.
They could have been a playoff team if Paul Millsap didn't miss a huge chunk of the season. But I will say this about the Nuggets. They have the most underrated backcourt in the NBA when you think about Gary Harris and Jamal Murray. Both guards that can do it off the dribble and are both great leaders.
Nothing going here on that drive. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Oh, they don't get it across in time. That's an 8-second violation. Nikola Jokic with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Going to launch beyond the arc. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Stuffs it down with authority. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Screen coming. Drive by Harris, but his shot won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on a defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Now the Nuggets signaling for timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Siakam sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Pascal Siakam gets it in the left corner. Has a chance. Millsap with the board. Martin into the front court. 9-0 is the score. End score. Strong take.
I know it can be demoralizing for a team not to see the ball go in the bucket, but now that the nightmare has stopped, it's time to pick up the energy.
Nothing going here on that drive. Pascal Siakam. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not easy.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Murray into the front court, trailing by 10. Pascal Siakam, 4-3. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. Murray into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Nikola Jokic, he's never made the playoffs, but upon further review, he is a special center.
Got that 5-year extension for $146 million, and I'm willing to say this, he will be one of the future centers in the game.
Oh, Nikola Jokic. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Here comes the screen. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. Lets it fly from long range. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
That shot was nice. But that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Murray with it. His guys currently down by 13. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Missed it at the line. Pascal Siakam pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Bazemore with the slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
For 3, drains it.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Harris against the Ukrainian Lem. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
First one, counted. Able to convert on both free throws. To Kevin Herter. Off the assist.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Knocked loose. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good. To Ken Bazemore. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Fires the 3, count the triple.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Barton to Millsap. And the finish at the rim.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead.
Number 6.
Nuggets have the possession. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Alex Len rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Beyond the arc for 3. It's no good. Shot's not going down. The follow won't go either. Murray with the basketball. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. And a throwdown.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Trying to cash in. Shot for Jokic. No good. Fires the three. And hits the first free throw. Second of three is good. And he hits all three free throws. It's Denver's ball. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Here's a chance from long range, and it's good.
And transition defense against the new norm of three-point shooting in the NBA has changed. You have to get out, stop the ball, and then quickly fan out to three-point shooters. And whoever's on the weak side needs to clog up the paint. That's the new way to guard the three-point shot.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. The Hawks with a nice advantage. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. To Jokic. Hawks have it.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Count it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Block up. Here you come.
To Jokic.
Here coming left.
Shot from the lane won't go.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Jokic. Down low Plumlee.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Has a chance. Not that time.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Down low Plumlee. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
Watch that cutter. Watch the cutter. Trap.
And count the basket.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Alex Len. Huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
From long range. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
To Millsap. Doesn't have the touch. No good. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. So it stays Denver basketball. Has a look. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended. Off the assist.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
It's the Hawks with the basketball. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
I got ball. I got ball. That's me. Let's go. Let's play deep, play deep, play deep.
Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
From the player that just missed that shot, just because you're open doesn't mean you need to shoot.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And it's rebounded by the Nuggets.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Monte Morris, defended by Len. Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
In the slam.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
The assist from number 11, Monte Morris.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Denver as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Count the basket at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Oh, surprise. He hits it.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Murray into the front court. Down a bundle. To Will Barton. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. In a flash. Scores at the rim.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Now whistle. Timeout for Denver as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And stuffs it home.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball. Head jab him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll...
Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that. But I did like getting the ball right back.
Millsap. Oh, Millsap. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
4-3. Not done yet. Gets it at the top of the key. Pascal Siakam. Not that time.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Monte Morris at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line.
Entering the game for the Hawks, number 25, Alex Lynn.
Screen coming.
Screen coming.
Nikola Jokic sends it away. That's his third block this evening.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Millsap. Pascal Siakam tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And a nice finish at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Now a steal by Atlanta. Lets it fly from long range. That out of his range and no good. And a putback slam. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Nuggets have the possession.
I got ball.
They'll work it down to Millsap. Wayne Dedmon snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his abilities.
Buries it.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And, Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
Throws it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Denver ball right now. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
It's a big finish.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Knocked loose. Hawks have it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Now the Nuggets signaling for timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. Layup goes down. Well done.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Nuggets with the basketball. To Jokic. Sizing up the defense. Has a chance. Oh, Nikola Jokic. 3 for 6 now.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at their legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
I'm on D.
To Millsap. Knocked loose. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Spencer Dinwiddie. It remains Nuggets basketball. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Throws it down.
So many people think making assist is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
For 3, Millsap corrals the rebound. Hawks have it. Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Pascal Siakam gets it in the left corner. Fires the 3. Great defense, forcing the miss. Martin into the front court. His guys down big. Add 2 points to the board.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he
wanted. To Dinwiddie. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
To Dinwiddie. Pascal Siakam with a drop step. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Old school equals high percentage.
Denver's got it. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Tough make through traffic.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
You gotta get up on that. I got him.
To Jokic. Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Malik Beasley swats it. And that one out of bounds off a nugget. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Beyond the arc for 3. Smothering D.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack it to the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And finishes strong.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Nikola Jokic picked up by Lamb. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Fires the 3, shakes 3, and hits.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Jokic, defended by Len. Count it, and the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
To Kevin Huerter. Here's a chance from long range. The rookie, Huerter, unbothered, buries the 3.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
So important to take care of the basketball. Easy 2 on the other end after the turnover. Nuggets have the possession. Knocked loose. From long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Murray into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Alex Len able to recover with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Pascal Siakam. 4-3. And the rebound for Murray.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go. I'm here. I got ball.
Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Stuffs it down with authority.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
And look out. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Why are you even guarding a bad shooter that close in the first place? This is psychological warfare. Leave him open. Make him think about it before he shoots it.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Hawks with the basketball. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prom City.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. A drive, but he can't get it to go. To Ken Bazemore. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Pascal Siakam with a piece.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Alex Len with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Hawks already pulling away. Hawks with the basketball to start this fourth quarter, and it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting five has certainly earned the fourth quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
That's usually one that he'll knock down. For three, tough shot. He hits.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative, because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
It's a turnover as they head the other way.
I'm looking at the bench right now, and the coach is saying, keep pushing it. Keep going.
Screen coming. Harris picked up by Len. Knocked loose. Here's Atlanta with the basketball. Given 2 points. High percentage.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Knocked loose. He gets it.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
To Millsap. Oh, whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Has a look. Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Driving right to the basket. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw's good. Add 1 more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Murray with it. He'll run the offense. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Miles Plumlee trying to cash in on a 3-point play. Small sample size for his career, 54%. It's Denver's ball. Flushes it home.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Take stock of the floor. To Dinwiddie. Goes to the left side. Fires the 3. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
With a drop step, Millsap. Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot. I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Pascal Siakam down low Plumlee. Shot clock winding down. Pascal Siakam beyond the arc for three. Man, that was a tough shot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
Knocked loose. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Paul Millsap. The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own.
Number 14.
Hey, lock up. Oh, yeah, let's go. Chop him. Yep.
Fires the three. That won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Dinwiddie. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And I'll never forget one of my first games playing as a rookie with the Bulls. I talked to Steve Nash, and Steve Nash always used to tell me, the more you come out and you get your teammates involved, the easier it will be for you to score down the stretch. Think about it. You come out, you get 7, 8 quick assists, then a ball fake on the next possession. Easy layup.
Block up. Here we go.
Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. Pascal Siakam. Here's a chance from long range. Oh, that's how it's done.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Dwayne Dedmon sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Here's Atlanta. He drains it.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Murray with the basketball. Down a bundle. From long range. Not going down here. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Barton. The screen sets him up for two.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
And count the basket inside.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Murray into the front court. His guys down big. Pascal Siakam going to launch beyond the arc. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
From the outside, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Millsap. And the basket good at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Knocked loose. Hawks have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Rebound taken in by the Nuggets. Whoa, what a finish.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dumped that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Spencer Dinwiddie, no problem. Contested, hits the 3.
I don't know how he saw his man out and cut like that. That was nice.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. The Hawks are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
Somebody pop all day, hold up. Somebody on their way, hold up. I would've grown all day, hold up. Somebody can't relate,
Black
hold up.
Panther.
Stay down with no faking. Go up, top down, I'm in racing. Go up, while I'm in dangerous. Go up, my crowd in rotation, yeah. Are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? Wait, are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? I live on 10. Wait, are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? Hold up, the place 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 up. Down. Go to the down. I see cuz jogging down. Jogging down. Got Benjamin Franklin on my team, I know. So drop from the jungle. I keep the on me, I leave you puzzle. Bang, I'm the black card on her. My knee longer than hair on her. That cavity, and I'm done with that celery. Saudi, are you on 10 yet? You know. You can start if you looking for somebody. Somebody pop all day, hold up. Somebody on their way, hold up. I would've grown all day, hold up. Somebody can't relate, hold up. Stay down with no faking. Go up, top down, I'm in racing. Go up, while I'm in dangerous. Go up, my crowd in rotation, yeah. Are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? Wait, are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? I live on 10. Wait, are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? Hold up, the place 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 up.
Are you on 10 yet? Hold up. Do you have yet? Jury on Windex. Woo! 80 my Rolex. Might make back to Ben. Pseudo coming out. Black on black again. I might go to trim. I been built to win. I don't exit here. Too much flexing here. Too much bread to get. I've been stretching up. Ain't no catching up. I don't rest enough. I don't plan for luck. I keep working hard. Keep blessing us. I'm on the 10 and I need a 10. The made of my M a week. December been good to me. Not even Kendrick can humble me. 2 weeks to go do the least. Tryna become a way bigger. My team is like 10 apiece. TDE family to the A+. I got my grades up. I had no backup. Now run the check up. The place up.
somebody on 10.
Originality, couple came in my car and it's sweet like a tablet. Saying they after me, ain't no one after me. Baby mama used to work at the Alcades. Somebody call my phone, yeah. I'ma send that voicemail. I don't even check my voicemail. Big weight, I'ma need a horse scale. F12 Berlinetta. Like it was shorts in the winter. What turtlenecks in the summer. This is not for beginners, yeah. Went to, came back, went to jail, left jail, went to Benny Hunter, Kenny County, got the swagger on me, yeah, different fabric on me, yeah, different on it, yeah, married to the game, yeah, holy matrimony, yeah, oops, dope. Someone stage again, from club to stadium, I took my shot and made it in.
Somebody pop all day, hold up, somebody on their way, hold up, I would've grown all day, hold up, somebody can't relate, hold up, stay down with no faking, go up. Wait, are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? I live on 10. Wait, are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? Hold up. The place up, 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 the place up.
Too much on her face, so please don't try to me. I gotta for the look, already got good. I got a team, really gotta look crazy. I put in a cup, yeah, but that's my baby. I be paranoid, I gotta keep. I got like me this right in the money. I love it even though it's bad. I can't let none of these get into my head. And all my friends locked up, got caught up in the feds. And all my sins washed up, yeah, free my dead. I be close to saying I ain't supposed to say. Sometimes I wanna go ghost, I might go MIA. I might go MIA. I might go MIA. MIA. I might go MIA.
Ha ha! I beg man, shut up. Let me see you, darling. My lie, 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 lie. My lie, 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 lie. My lie, 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 lie. I love the weekend, girls up. Let me see you, darling. I love the weekend, girls up. Now bet you can
could be anybody.